Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and you, my dear little knucklehead, you've wandered onto the prog corner where today I'm not wearing my long johns, man. It's finally warmed up here in BFE, Ohio, where today I'm going to be talking about not 4, like I promised, but 5 albums, because I'm giving you more value for your money, more bang for your buck. Absolutely, 4 felt a little cheap anyway, so I'm doing 5 albums that I absolutely hated, but now I actually kind of like. It's just weird how that happens. And there's a bunch of them I thought about. Obviously, the very first album that comes to mind is Tales from Topographic Oceans, my favorite album of all time, which I absolutely despise. But I'm not going to include that in the list because I always liked side 1. The Revealing Science of God always hit me just right, even from that very first spin. So not including Tales, but I do have another Yes album on the list. And then there were 3. Man, that thing disappointed me. But I always liked a few songs on there, so that's not going to be on the list. Love Beach I thought about, but, you know, I had a little change of heart on it, but I still don't love it. It's better than I remembered, but I still don't love it. Another one that I really thought about long and hard was Kansas Audio Visions, man. I never liked that album. But over the years, I'm learning to actually not just kind of like it. I'm kind of loving it. And then Styx Cornerstone, kind of the same deal. I hated that record when it came out. I hated Babe. But over the years, I've actually softened up a little bit on that one too, but not enough to make the list. These are ones that I really, really hated, but now I love. That's what we're doing today. And at number 5, I'm starting with Jethro Tull's A Passion Play. 1973, the origin story of this is really convoluted. I guess they went to the Chateau d'Orville in France, and it was just rat infested with cockroaches. It was just nasty. Just nasty. You know, I don't know how T-Rex, Led Zeppelin, and Elton John recorded there, but apparently it was really bad, and they had to totally redo the whole album and all that kind of stuff. But the final product was this one right here, and man, I was such a huge fan of Thick as a Brick that I was super excited about this one. Another album with one song cut across 2 sides, but a lot of things different this time around. It's a little darker, hardly any flute at all. It's all soprano sax on here. But the big problem for me and for a lot of people was the Hare Who Lost Its Spectacles. I hated that Jeffrey Hammond spoken word piece. I actually love it now, but I thought it was absolutely terrible. I was wrong, man. I was dead wrong. A Passion Play is dynamite. Another thing that kind of bugged me about it was the lyrics. There were a couple sophomoric lyrics in here. I didn't think it was quite as good as Jared Kozloy's lyrics on Thick as a Brick, but there's just a couple little, spots that make me go, maybe not great. But the rest of the lyrics are fantastic. So I was wrong. I was dead wrong about A Passion Play. It's fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10 record. I'm an idiot. What can I say? I'm an idiot. Next up, at number 4, here's an album that, I never really dug. In fact, I hated it, man. And I blame the first single. That came out a week before the album's release, and to me, it sounded like disco, which was such a disappointment because their previous album was one of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, Animals was just amazing, and then they dropped this, and I was like, what are you doing, man? Disco Pink Floyd? No, thank you. But over the years, right? Over the years, I have actually slowly started to gain a huge appreciation for this. And I do kind of credit Mike Portnoy for that. He's always championed this album as one of his favorite albums of all time. So, I always liked songs like In the Flesh and Mother, Run Like Hell, Comfortably Numb, Hey You, Young Lust, Goodbye Blue Skies. So why was I so anti The Wall, right? Those are amazing songs. Well, I think it was, probably thinking it maybe should have been a single album, that kind of thought process. I know a lot of people have taken this album and done their own versions of it as a single album, but you know what? It's a concept album. It needs those lesser pieces. It actually works fantastic as a whole. Yeah, it's not proggy like Animals or Wish You Were Here, but it's fantastic. This is a great album. I was wrong about The Wall. I admit it. I was dead wrong about The Wall. It's a great album. Anyway, next up, here's one. I did a ranking of this band not too long ago, this band has, like 19 albums out, and I had this one at dead last, and honestly, I was dead wrong. It's Grace Under Pressure. Yeah, I kind of got this one wrong. I admit it. Their 10th album. Uh, Interesting record in that it's, the first without Terry Brown, right? Since, like, I don't know, the debut or something like that. But in 1984, my ears weren't ready for this. I just thought it sounded like a bad cross between a flock of seagulls and the Police. In fact, I think I once said that, this album sounded exactly like Flock of Seagulls, only Flock of Seagulls had better songwriting. And I know that was probably a little crazy, but this is a fantastic album. Yeah, and Peter Henderson did a fine job on here. He produced Supertramp's Crime of the Century. No, Breakfast in America. That's what he produced. And Famous Last Words. He was also the engineer for King Crimson's Starless and Bible Black, so apparently the guy's all right. This album is way better than I thought it was going to be. Apparently, they wanted to use Steve Lillywhite, but he was dragging his heels and committed, then he uncommitted, and it was kind of getting the boys in the band upset. Then they went to go see Yes, and they were thinking maybe we could get Trevor Horn or Chris Squire to produce it. They ended up with Peter Henderson, and it's the songs that really made me turn my opinion around about this. Distant Early Warning, what a great track. Red Sector A, about the Holocaust, The Enemy Within, The Body Electric, Kid Gloves, Red Lenses, and that incredible closer, Between the Wheels. I was wrong about Grace Under Pressure. I admit it. It's way better than Power Windows. I don't think I'll ever like it as much as Signals. But if New World Man was on this one, I probably would. So there you go. That's number 4. Number 3, right? No, I got 2 more. That was... let me see. Yeah, I did... I only got 2 more here for you, boys and girls. This is going really quick. At number 2, I guess. This is the band's 4th album. And I did not like it, man. For years and years and years, I thought this band's first 7 albums were absolutely perfect, except for one, and it's Islands by King Crimson. It kind of carries on the whole jazz fusion kind of feel of side 2 of Lizard, but you got this whole new lineup in the band now. You got Boz Burrell, after Gordon Haskell, you got Boz Burrell. What happened to the good singers, man? I just wanted Greg Lake back so bad. Ian Wallace, Pete Sinfield, Mel Collins. The only time these cats put out an album together was this one here. Apparently the tour was fantastic, but I didn't like this album. I really didn't. There was something about this record that kept me from liking it for a long time. Maybe it was too mellow. Maybe it was too jazzy. I like Formentera Lady, like right away. That was one song that kind of connected with, but Sailor's Tale took me a bit longer. The Letters, just fantastic. I saw them do that live. Ladies of the Road, probably inappropriate in 2025. And then you have the Prelude and Islands title track. Just beautiful, just fantastic. Yeah, I was dead wrong about this one, man. Islands will never be my favorite King Crimson album, but it's a very important album in their discography. And I actually love it now. I think it's amazing. I put it on all the time, and I'm never disappointed. And finally, I promised you guys a Yes album would make this list. And no, it's not Tales, because like I said, I did like side 1 of Tales right from the get-go. But their 9th album, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. I didn't have the same feelings about, man. Tormato broke my heart because, you had the big comeback. Rick Wakeman comes back in 1977 and they drop Going for the One. And, all is right in the world. And then this thing came out. Well, this actually outsold Going for the One, which is really odd because I don't think the Don't Kill the Whale single did all that much. But, it's a terrible album cover. I like the back. They look cool on the back. Apparently, Andy Partridge from XTC was given this album cover by Hypnosis for their second album, Go To, and Andy wisely said, no, thank you. We'll pass on that. But Yes said yes to this thing, and I just don't really understand it at all. But yeah, for years and years and years, I just did not like not one single track off this record. Maybe Onward a little bit, but I was wrong, man. I was dead wrong. If you listen to this album with a different set of ears and understand it's 1978 and the world had changed, right? You had new wave, you had punk, you had disco, you had a lot of different things going on in 78. And Yes was just trying to recreate their sound. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't like some of the keyboard choices that Rick Wakeman has on this album, and I don't like a lot of the tone that Chris Squire's getting out of his bass. But some of these songs are dynamite, man. Future Times Rejoice. Awesome, awesome, awesome track. Yeah, Don't Kill the Whale, maybe not so much. Madrigal's cute. I love Release, Release. Arriving UFO is a cool track. Circus of Heaven's just a no. I'm never going to like Circus of Heaven. I don't care if that's John Anderson's son or, somebody else's son. Doesn't matter. I don't want to hear that. But then you get that final track, On the Silent Wings of Freedom. This is a good album. Yeah, it's not Close to the Edge. It's not Fragile. It's not Tales from Topographic Oceans. It's a whole new thing. And the tour. Oh, man, if you go on YouTube and look at some of the concert footage of Yes in this era, this was when they were absolutely at their best live. They were peaking as a live group with that In the Round shows that they were doing in 78 and 79. Just amazing. But yeah, boys and girls, those are the 5 albums that I used to absolutely hate, and now I kind of like. It's weird how that happens. Tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing my favorite album of the year. I don't know if I've talked about it. I don't think I have talked about it. I don't think I've even mentioned it. Maybe I put the album in my background one time just to kind of give you guys a clue. I don't know if anybody caught it or not. We'll find out. But my favorite album of the year so far, I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow. So check in, see what it is. Put your thinking caps on. See if you can figure it out. Anyway, boys and girls, I love you. Peace in the Middle East. Free the Ukraine. Free everything. Free your mind. You know what? You know what to do. You got to free Tibet. You got to free the world. Yeah, you got to free Willie down there. Free beer sounds pretty good too. Hey, Billy Bob, you know what else sounds good? I want to dance with some snakes. Let's do it. Let's dance with some snakes. Oh, we're going to dance with some snakes for King Chucky. Oh, yeah, King Chucky. You need some snakes in your life. American pastoring will fix you up better than anything in the whole wide world. And to all you Canadians out there that did the right thing yesterday, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, boys and girls. 51st state, here we come anyway. I love you. Peace.